All right, welcome back for episode 5, everyone. I'm Luke Goodling, joined by Darren Moore. I found him on the street.
With my hair right now, it looks like I've been found on the street. I need a haircut so bad, but I am not getting my hair cut before we go to Mexico. I want it literally fresh.
You want a fresh cut?
I want the 17 hairs still left on my head. I want looking prime when we go to Mexico.
There you go. That's
you are
next week.
terrible at intros. You're supposed to be the host. No. Welcome back, guys. It's been an exciting week. What's wrong with you? You've done a day's work.
I have done a lot.
That's why
I'm trying to think where we're at right now.
We've been in the office for like 5 hours now. Luke's like, can I go home now? I'm like,
never once did I say that. But we did have a very a big week. PUBG won again.
Well, we are recording this on Friday.
But there's statistically impossible.
So it's impossible for us not to win. So we'll start off with PUBG because PUBG is obviously,
your baby. PUBG is your baby. You are the mastermind behind PUBG.
I am, I'm just, people say, I could be the greatest GM of all time.
I think you say that.
People say it. I don't know who made the, some people say it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no. Imagine, again, new format, boys come out dominated. I think they were a lot closer than I thought. For weeks 1 and 2, we won based on kills, which is great, But
week 2 was a crazy finish. We won the very last game.
Oath kept winning 2 games in a row, back-to-back weeks. It was game 10 and 11, just gift. Yep. You go Oath. Have 2 games. But yeah, what a performance again. One thing that surprised me was how many. I thought all the wins would be kind of top heavy.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But it was 2 wins week 1, 2 wins week 2. But Dodge already have 3 wins today. We have 2. This has been the one week where it has been one team, a handful of teams. We lost that 4v4 versus TSM. I won't let the players ever forget that.
You needed something to give them a hard time.
We had to give them throw them a bone, didn't we?
True.
Brand new org. Yep. Everyone loves oh my god, TSM.
brand new org. What's been your surprises in PCS4? Anything unexpected? Any team performances or?
Well, the format's definitely been different. I would say that it has made it somewhat more exciting for the viewer. I mean, some people hate it, some people love it. At the end of the day, I think the results kind of still the same. I prefer the old format personally, just because I feel like the teams play more. I don't think our play style has changed at all. Really, we still play the same game. It's other people around us don't play the same, and that's shown that playing off our style of we will still play for kills, not just for the win, is working because you know.
But I think there is maybe it's not a completely. I wouldn't say, well, what do I know? I'm not a professional player. But from my experience being with the team in Korea when they were adjusting to this new format for the very first time, you kind of...
I'm listening to you. Just let me play with my microphone. Aye.
It looked like you were stumped. No, it's like the Rubik's Cube over there.
I was just playing the angles. What?
Anyway, I don't think it's so much, at least from... The team might see differently. But from my... observations. I think, like you said, it's not the team isn't playing differently, but I feel like they approach the game definitely different from a mental aspect, and the way they kind of go into each game I think is completely different than kind of how they went before, because and these players have said that there's so much more riding on each game now than before. So the
pressure's definitely on. I think you've seen a lot of the players tweeting out about struggling with the pressure of the format.
Sure.
At the end of the day, I do sympathise with them. But if that's the format that the game is, that's the format, and that's the game that you play. That's the format that you play, and you got to rise above it. And the best teams are going to do that. And I think that goes without saying that, without blowing up our own trumpet. But we have to be the best team in the world. We just have to be. And people can't even say, people used to use the excuse, oh, well, you play in the weakest region. But evidently we don't.
We are technically we're the strongest region.
Technically, we're the strongest region. I understand that there's a lot of strong teams in the Asian, but it's not like our region is like dog water and we're the only good team. There's a lot of good teams in North America. And the team just, I tweeted out yesterday, I think it was, after it was confirmed that we won. That's four major championships back to back to back to back. If that team isn't nominated for Esports Team of the Year,
you're gonna be.
I just don't know. Like, okay, maybe you spoke about this before, and they'll probably just, you believe it's it can be a bit of a popularity contest, which is just fine. But they should at least be nominated. Yeah. They should at least be in the running. Sentinels Valorant will probably win it, like you said. It'll be something like that. But Esports Team of the Year to win. When was the last time a North American team won an FPS?
Sentinels
World Championship.
Yeah, but I mean, you can then make the argument this wasn't a World Championship, this was an Invitational.
But it was the same. The teams that the teams. Yeah. It's a no, but you're exactly right. World Championship away from me.
You're exactly right. And I haven't done the research, but I would love to know what team, if there's been a North American esports team that's won 4 major championships in a row like that before.
And it's not it's got harder.
Right. And it's not just 4 domestic, but it's 3 domestic plus 1 international tournament all in a row. And I think when you add on the international tournament, I fail to think of any team in any esport that's had that level of
roster
consecutive success
since it's been together in this as a 4 has not lost.
That is true.
People can't say ESL because we had to play with a sub.
That is true. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Somebody mentioned it. They might have mentioned it on stream yesterday, on Thursday. That same thing where the roster, all 4 of them together, they've never lost.
They've always, and it's almost like me and Sologic have like kind of a routine, like week 1 and week 2. I always push the boys to be as good as they can, especially in like these tournaments. I know when they go to Worlds, like the pressure's off. You go and enjoy yourselves at PJS. But it's like, we're the best team in the region. We strive for perfection every week. And when there's always, towards the end of it, I'm always flaming Sologic on Discord. I'm like, come on, man, why, we're not playing very, and then we go out and win the very next game.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's kind of like, I like purposely flame Sologic now, just because I know then we'll win. It's like
whatever works.
It works because it worked last week when I was like, man, we both win 2 games in a row. It sucks, blah blah. I mean, it's still good. And then, boom, we win the last game.
Yeah. No, but leave a comment below if you can think of any other team that's had a similar level of success.
No.
North American team.
No.
I'm gonna after this pod, I'm gonna go look because there might have been some European like CS:GO teams that might have won a couple tournaments in a row, but
this is the thing as well. Is that the other thing, like the way that makes it so impressive for me as well is this is battle royale as well. It's not like it's me v you. Yeah. Like Sentinels are dominating Valorant, but their whole thing is in their hands, right? They know what's going on. This is battle royale. Anything can happen.
That is a good point. And some would argue that with the format change, there's more RNG put on that. Yeah. So challenge, I mean, that's one way to look at it as well.
It's like it's not like you're going into a map that and you go in 1v1.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like to me, it's like an astounding achievement that I wouldn't think would be replicated anytime soon. And like I said, for me, they're esports team of the year, hands down. Like even if PUBG may not be the shining star like Valorant is in everybody's eye right now, to achieve what they have achieved is, I mean, they've won more money than Sentinels. They've won $1.5 million.
They won more money than a lot of esports
$1.5 million in the last 12 months.
Yeah, not a lot of teams can say that. I wonder what teams. Well, they're probably mostly Asian teams, the teams that have won the most.
Yeah, their prize pools are much bigger, though. Yeah. I mean, imagine our prize pools were massive. We'd be like billionaires. We'd be doing this on a yacht.
Podcasting the yacht.
So you asked me if any team I think underperformed?
True. Yeah, we never answered that question.
I got sidetracked.
You mentioned that. What did you mention? It's not as top heavy. Is what you said.
Not as top heavy. I think the teams the normal teams are floating to the top. The Oath, Dignitas, TSM. United have shown flashes, but I mean, I didn't expect United to be contesting near the top anyway.
Right.
But I think those 4 are still, TSM. People are saying they'll have a bad tournament. I mean, SDK have their ups and downs, had their ups and downs. But then all of a sudden they'll turn up and they'll be dominant. But the fact of the matter is, I don't know why we just seem when it comes to game time, we're on. Yeah. It's these boys want to win and they want to dominate and they I think the best team. I think the surprise package for me has been Dodge. Dodge have definitely.
I think so too.
Dodge have definitely played well. Not just this past week; they've played well over the 3 weeks, compared to what I thought they were going to do. So I think they've been the outstanding team that is there. There's been a few teams that I think could have played a lot better. I think given some of the, I mean, I apologize in advance, but I think Wildcard have been in some great positions and they just don't win it. They do not clutch out games. They could have won 3 or 4 games in the past.
I feel like SSG, Spicy Fish
again,
roster,
yeah, same.
Yeah, they've won a couple.
I think they've won maybe 1 or 2 games. Yeah, they've been in positions as well. But again, I seen a tweet from Roth, and he said, we're a brand new team.
True.
Which is fine. I mean, and at the end of the day, it's not like you're going in against, you're going in, they're good, you're surrounded by good teams. I think the LATAM teams, Trog have turned up. Trogloditas have turned up.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right.
A Crasher, even though they keep trying to, what was that? Trying to, like, send a snake in to kill mine. That was, I'm going to have to touch on it. They sent one in, which is fine. It's part of the game. Mm-hmm. And then, but what I don't understand is if their idea was to make sure that we didn't win, so they obviously have more chance to get more PGC points or whatever, then why, when it got to the final 3 teams, did they knock out the other LATAM team and let them pretty much win us the game?
Yeah, that was confusing.
But then again, isn't the rules that the top placed LATAM team is guaranteed a spot?
Is that a rule?
I think so, yeah.
I haven't read
there's
that.
6 spots in North America, and I think if all 6 of those spots are North American teams, the 6th spot drops out for the highest placed LATAM team.
Huh, that's interesting.
So the LATAM teams might be going on their own little battle.
Yeah, that's a good point, yeah. I mean, that kind of makes sense to me because, LATAM's not really playing in their region, so they should still have at least one spot. So
I know people were, they are playing in their region. It's the Americas now.
Yeah. But,
I know there was a little bit of disconnect, but the way I seen it is we went from having 4 spots
to 5
to 6, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So I think that's we got more spots. So
I'll take that trade. Yeah. You get 1 and they get 1. Who cares?
We get 1. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
technically, didn't LATAM have 2 spots at Worlds? Sorry, my dog is.
She wants to join the podcast. No, and then I think another factor is, all these this is the first time a lot of these teams are playing in the new format. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure a lot of them are adjusting to those struggles.
I think we've qualified for Worlds now.
You think so?
I got a message from an anonymous caster last night. I won't say who, but he said pretty much congratulations for qualifying to Worlds 6 months before Worlds.
Thanks.
I don't think it's possible because there's only two tournaments left.
The PCS5
and the ESL.
And ESL. Yeah.
So the people who win PCS5 are guaranteed a spot.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
That's weird. Why?
I guess it's because you just want you just want the informed team of the moment to be in.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's still kind of weird.
I don't mind it, but all I want to do is get to Worlds. This team is, I was worried about this. I got a little bit worried, but these every time I get.
I will say I sat here like a couple weeks ago on this podcast and said I was nervous going to PCS4.
But they just turn up.
So, but I was nervous after ESL, but we didn't have the full roster for ESL.
Yeah, so. Well, ESL, we all said we didn't have mine. Zampa stepped in, did an admirable, great job for us. Mm-hmm. But it's not the roster that we used to. And that roster has. They just have the will to win, even though they're like, some of them are, we know them. Some of them, you don't know how they do, but they just turn the switch on and they start playing, and they're just, they're just the best.
It's funny. I asked Trimsy this morning because we were in the office together. I asked him. I said, "So are you guys gonna play tonight, or are you just gonna take the night off?" He's like, "No, we're playing tonight. I want to win that
He wants
laptop."
The laptop. Yeah.
He's like, "I want that laptop so bad."
He wants that laptop. He's like, He said to me on the way to the mail room before, he was like, "Yeah, I want to give my old laptop to my mom so I can have the new one." Excuse me. We're recording right now. I'm not sure if you're getting picked up.
I think just the top of her head is being picked up.
You can't just look at us and start making noises.
So we gotta get Trimsy's laptop tonight.
Yeah.
So,
well, I said it right. He's kind of topping the boards right now, but that's a bad support player if you ask me. Shimshi's job is to hold Tig up so Tig can shoot.
Now, if you want to laptop.
Can we help you?
See, you're not in the show. Sorry. That's pretty much PUBG.
I guess it would be who do we think finishes second and third and fourth. I hope, I hope TSM have a good, I want the best teams to be there. I want the best teams. I want the TSMs to be there. I want the Oaths to be there.
SSG.
I want the Digs. I want the SSG. Stop it. We're trying to record a podcast. What are you making noise for? Sit. Okay, you just want pets? You want pets? Sorry. This is
what happens when you bring her to the office. She wants to be involved with everything.
Yes.
Yeah, PUBG.
Well, yeah.
So
hey, back to back. Give me
4 back-to-backs.
More trophies.
Yeah, ESL doesn't count because it's not a major tournament. So if you try and fact check us, it's not a major tournament.
It does not count.
So I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, we're first. I feel like Oath has already won a game on Thursday, so they'll probably finish second. But it doesn't matter. You're gonna be watching this afterwards anyway.
We'll know who won.
You'll know.
Soniqs win.
Our predictions don't really matter anyway. So,
well,
speaking of predictions,
nice segue.
Thank you, Mister. That's not how you do an intro.
It was a terrible intro.
R6 NAL started.
Mm-hmm.
We had a tough start. But was it a tough start?
I'll be honest. We played SSG. We watched the game. We should have won that game.
You think so?
I think so. We threw that game.
Yeah.
I think if that game was played out 10 more times, we'd win 7 of them, 8 of them.
Well, I feel like our SSG,
Get your words up.
Rainbow Six team has a affinity for throwing.
Sometimes.
I remember watching a lot of throws through the years.
Sometimes post-plant, we
with
love
various
post-plants.
rosters and various combinations of people.
You put us in a post-plant situation.
It's over.
Just don't plant the bomb, guys. Just go hunt. But yeah, tough week 1. Have you got the results on your screen? Because I can't.
I do. I have them.
Because I know I
7-4.
According to, I know that we lost 7-4, but I was some of the other ones. But I know that on our predictions of week 1, I'm up 8-4.
So we got a comment. Shout out to Jay Andrews.
Yeah.
If you leave a comment on our YouTube videos, I'll try and read it out. So give you some incentive to give us some engagement.
Get involved.
Yeah, get involved. Leave a comment. So Jay says, so far the NAL predictions, going off of what Darren said, 1 point to a correct team prediction and 3 for a correct result.
Mm-hmm.
So did you get a correct result?
I must have.
The score is 8-4, so I'm getting smoked. The correct result is, I don't like that.
Getting the exact score is good.
No, who cares about the exact score? It doesn't matter in predictions. So yeah, you're beating me rather handedly through week 1. I don't even remember what the predictions we made were, but
I won. That's all that matters.
You won. That's all that matters. But we do know for week 2 what our predictions.
Well, let's just go over.
So.
We can go over those. Okay. What were the results of week 1? So
week 1. We'll start on day 1, June 15th. TSM 7-3 over Disrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Zero 8-6 over Mirage. SSG 7-4 over us. And Oxygen 8-7 in overtime to Beast Coast, which is a surprise.
Big surprise.
That is a big surprise.
I think Oxygen, looking back, will be disappointed to do that one. I think Disrupt will. Dark Zero will be disappointed with the 8-6 as well, or the 8. Was it 8-6 or 8-7?
Well, every Dark Zero.
Yeah.
Every game Dark Zero has won, it's been in overtime. So they're losing a lot of valuable points there. So that's definitely something that they're probably not too pleased about, because winning.
I think getting the win is good though.
Yeah, obviously, but I don't know, winning, but not getting all
good. I think you'd be happy with that first game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah,
because Mirage have looked okay. They've looked pretty good. But yeah, I think I think from where we are now after week 2, I think Oxygen will be very disappointed with that's dropped. That's a drop point right there.
Yeah, that's a game that you feel like you have to win if you're Oxygen. So
absolutely.
Week 2, not a lot of. Well, there's a couple surprises.
Should we read out our predictions?
I don't even remember what our prediction. No, well, we will for week 2. I'm still finishing Play 2, which was
Play 2. Sorry,
yeah. Dark Zero 8-6 over SSG. TSM 7-0 Beast Coast. Disrupt beats XSET 7-4. Mirage over Oxygen again 7-5.
I think so. Starting at the top, it was, what did you say the first one was?
Disrupt or Dark Zero 8-6 over SSG.
That's a great result for those. That's it. I think honestly, if you go into that as Dark Zero, 4 points, first 2 games,
Yeah.
Mirage SSG. I don't think you can be too disappointed.
No, I think you're right. Looking at it from that perspective, those are tougher teams.
Because what we were saying is this is a big season for them. If they, if they start, if they looked poor, if the changes had not worked.
Right. We were talking about they could possibly go 0-2 on week 1.
Yeah.
Which they didn't.
Well, they went
2-0.
Yeah, which is I think is great. It's a good start for them. Was a good start for their new roster. Mm-hmm. That's great for them. What was the next
TSM 7-0 over Beast Coast. A team that went to overtime with Oxford.
TSM are looking just crazy.
Yeah, I think TSM's it's got to be a top 2 team this.
Oh, probably
this,
yeah.
Or number 1 even. Yeah. So we haven't played them yet.
But they've got that. You remember they're playing with their coach, right?
That is true.
And I see Reddit saying, "Oh, Gio's going to lose his job." I think the big difference with TSM this season compared to last is Bolo is playing lights out. And Chala.
That is true. Bolo did have
Chala
an off,
are literally.
Bolo did kind of have an off season.
He did.
Now, I'm sure his off season was like an average player. It wasn't like terrible.
Good, yeah.
So he was still good,
but
just not as.
Him and Chala, watching Chala go
Chala's
from support to he's just I even tweeted out, "What are they feeding this guy?" Yeah. He's nuts. He's just. He's crazy. Yeah, TSM. I mean, that was the start of where you think okay, Beast Coast got 7-0'd. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Disrupt beating Xset was what we expected.
We expected that. Mirage beating Oxygen though 7-5.
That would be an upset. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an upset. So that's week 1. Kind of starting to see who the powerhouses are off the rip. I mean, TSM looks good. Obviously, SSG looks like they're finally figuring things out after the departure of Canadian. So, week 2 though, we can give our predictions.
I haven't got them. You're gonna have to unless I bring.
Okay, this is gonna be a disaster because you sent me.
I sent them in the reverse.
You sent me that's what you did. Okay, you sent me photos that's sideways, so I have to
Yeah, well, I wrote them down, so okay. I wrote them down.
Write it on Discord. Send it to me in a chat. Don't send me a picture of this messed up whiteboard. Okay,
I'll read them.
I got it. All right. Match 1, day 1 on week 2. TSM versus Dark Zero. You had TSM winning.
Got that right.
7-4, I believe.
Yeah.
You were wrong. I had TSM winning in overtime. So we were both wrong on the score, both right on the winner.
So that's 1 point each.
7-0. Dark Zero looked terrible, uncharacteristically bad.
That was a real wake up call. That was shocking.
So too. I think so too.
Dark Zero, I say a great week 1 to get 7-0, but I mean we haven't played it. TSM could just be that much better than everyone else right now.
Yeah. I mean, they did 7-0 Beast Coast and 7-3 Disrupt, so maybe they are just that good.
Mm-hmm. But you'd want Dark Zero. If you're thinking that this new roster's good, you've got to be competing that game. You have to. Yeah. You have to compete.
Yeah. Okay, SSG versus Disrupt. Let's take a look at what you had.
What?
You crossed it out. Okay, you had SSG winning 7-5.
Okay.
They won 7-2. I think
Okay, sorry.
This was my mistake. I said Disrupt 7-5. I did not fully realize that SSG has fully returned to power. Now I'll never be doing that.
So that's 2-1.
Yep, 2-1. We move on. Mirage versus Beast Coast. This was pretty easy. Yep, we both picked Mirage. Yeah. I said 7-3. I was so close. It was 7-2. You said 7-5.
Okay, so.
No. You said 7. What is this handwriting? You said 7-4. So we were both wrong. Close, though.
So that makes 3-2 points to me.
Yeah, 3-2.
That was, again, that was unexpected, Beast Coast or so much, they're not looking too strong.
Yeah.
So.
And last game, Xset versus Soniqs. You gave us the win 7-5.
Mm-hmm.
I gave us the win 7-4.
And it was 7-2.
7-3.
7-3.
So I was close yet again. I gotta stop saying. I gotta start saying 3. 3's the number. So
3 about. Yep. It has been a little bit strange this week because this week has really been. I think it's the first time that all the games have been happening before they were scheduled to because the games have been so quick.
Yeah, that is true. Usually I'm like, okay, our game's at 5. It's really gonna be at 6:30.
Yeah.
But now it's like at 5:05. I'm like, wow, okay, we're not behind schedule. Yeah. So that was play day 3 on week 2. Play day 4.
But do you want to talk about the extra game before we go too far?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like
I was nervous about that game.
I was nervous too, just because I had Xset kind of.
You had them up in your power rankings?
I had them higher in my power rankings because of their end to stage 1. They made some changes, obviously. So far, they look like they're picking up 1 or 2 more rounds than stage 1 in matches, but that's about it.
Yeah, I think with Xset, this was a big week for the Soniqs. Like, I mean, I didn't want to. I spoke to Joe.
This is the week you have to win.
Yeah, this is the week. If we want to be a top 4 team. You have to pick up 6 points here. Yeah. It's very important. After losing against SSG, you have to pick up 6 points. Mm-hmm. You have to. So I was kind of nervous going into this game because the last game we had against Xset when they still had Butters on there, I think it was Butters, right? That was overtime. We kind of threw a lead, remember? Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
And we won in overtime. Yeah. And that actually ended up in the end like kind of costing us the whole.
That's true.
Thing,
Yeah.
So I was kind of a little bit nervous about that, but we just looked like people have started taking us to Consulate, and we look good.
Yeah, we look good on Consulate. That's our new Oregon.
Yeah. Which a big thing for me in the off season was making sure the guys really expanded the playbook. You've got to be for me. You've got to be able to play every map. If you want to be a top Rainbow Six team, you should be good on every map. Obviously, you have ones that you're better at than others, but put the work in. Yeah. So great result. Me and Super have got nailed down now that we play Valorant the night before, and then all of a sudden Super starts like rolling back the years. He's clicking heads.
Super. I played some games with him on Valorant with you before the East Coast game. He's like, wait. I can't play this game. They're starting to use their abilities. So
people are throwing birds at me. Why is this cartoon character throwing birds at me?
Okay, so the final.
It's like 4-3 to me.
4-3. Things change on play day 4.
Did you hit them?
I hit one of them. All right, so Oxygen versus Xset. You got to pick Oxygen. I picked Oxygen 7-3.
Okay.
I got to scroll up.
What did I have?
And you picked them 7-4,
yeah.
And it was 7-2. So again, I go with a 3, and they put up 2. So I'm cursed.
5-4.
I'm cursed until Beast Coast. I said 7-2. You said, let me scroll up.
Probably 7-4.
7-4.
So
Count them, baby. That's 3 points.
So that takes you.
Let's
2
go.
points. So that's.
Do I take the lead? I take the lead with that.
So it was 5-4, and you get 3 points. So you're on 7. I'm on 6. 7-6.
Get smoked.
6.
All right. SSG versus Mirage.
That's a big game. That's a comeback game for.
Yeah.
It's the new Mirage versus without hot and cold versus SSG.
SSG and Mirage 7-1. SSG wins. Let's see what our predictions
were. It was 7-1?
7-1.
Did I miss that game? Was I asleep?
I don't know. I don't know if I even watched that game, to be honest.
7-1?
I don't think I did. I watched the Dark Zero game, though. That's a huge game. Yeah. 7-4 was my prediction with SSG winning. So I got the win, but not the score.
8.
And you gave them 7-4.
So 7-8 to you. Wow.
Yeah.
That's. I think it shows that I did say before the season that SSG I thought would have a good season, and obviously they've definitely ramped up.
Yeah.
I don't think they look particularly amazing versus us. We didn't look particularly amazing either, but they've certainly started to hit their stride now.
Yeah, they figured it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Final game: Dark Zero versus Disrupt.
We didn't talk about our Beast Coast game. What?
I did. I guess I did. No, did we?
No, you didn't.
No, we didn't. We'll talk about that after.
Okay.
We'll get through the predictions. You gave Dark Zero the win 8-6, so close. It was 8-7, and I said DG wins 8-6 as well.
So you bet DG. You went DG, and I went DZ though, right?
I did go DG.
And I went DZ.
Yeah. So it's tied.
Tied.
Okay. 8-8, but I'm still down by 4.
Yeah.
So Screw me. I made up no ground on week 2.
You got so excited.
Well, I got 1 score right, and you didn't get any scores right, so I'll take that. And I came very close to getting like 3 right. So
well, close isn't right. So
close isn't.
That takes the overall score for 16 points to me. It's 12 points to you.
Yep. All right, mark it 16-8 or 16-12.
16-12. Because you got 8 points. You got 8 points. I got 8 points.
Yeah.
All right.
SQ versus Beast Coast.
That was the game that I was less nervous about because I really don't think Beast Coast looked good, and they didn't look good.
No, they did not look good. It was pretty straightforward game. Yeah. There wasn't like any really notable.
It should have been a 7.
There was that one notable moment when we were planting. I forget who was still alive for Beast Coast. And he was in the smoke, and he just couldn't find them, and he was shooting.
Oh, yeah. It was Thomas. Thomas ran forward.
I think it was Thomas, yeah.
That's like me in
Valorant.
No, but honestly, that game could have been 7-0.
7-0?
It could have been, yeah. It really could have. Like I said, I was really happy with this week, just because, to get the points. Mm-hmm. To get the 6 points is big, and to get is a good stepping stone, because that if we want to finish top 4, how many points are going to guarantee you top 4? I think it'll be like 13-14 points will guarantee you top 4.
Yeah. I think we're halfway there.
I think it was, what was it? Because
TSM
check. Was 12. TSM got 12 points last time, I think, and they were top 4. Because we had
stage 1.
4.
All right, so the 4th place team.
Or was it 13 points that they had?
Here we go. 4th place team was Disrupt. They had 13.
Yeah.
So 13, 14, 15, 17 were the winning scores.
Yeah.
12 and below was placed under 4th.
So you'd think, I would think it, with the way I look at it now is obviously Dark Zero. So Dark Zero are on 6 points now because they've won 3 overtimes and lost the game. Is that right?
Yes.
I don't think they can be too disappointed with that.
No, I think so. I think
those overtimes are going to hurt them, though.
I think in the long run, at the end of the season, the overtimes will be the difference for them making top 3 or top 4.
See, the way I'm looking at it from my point of view. Like, I'm thinking, I think SSG and TSM are a lock. Mm-hmm. Right? SSG have still got to play. So SSG still play both XSET and Beast Coast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I as much as I hate to say, because I don't want to bash on teams, I don't see them like picking up many points against teams unless something drastically changes. Mm-hmm. So you say SSG and TSM are locked in because they just look really, really good.
I would agree.
So you say the 3rd and 4th spot. We've still, when I think of it, we've still got to play TSM, Dark Zero. We've got Dark Zero next week. Not SSG, Mirage, Disrupt, and did I say TSM?
You said TSM, yeah.
And who's the last team we've got to play then?
So, Oxygen.
So they're the five. So if we have to beat
like
DG, Dark Zero, and Mirage to guarantee top 4.
Yeah, or win in overtime maybe against one of those teams. But yeah, we do have to pick up with the loss to SSG. We do have to pick up a win somewhere. We have to make up for that somewhere. So
I mean, yeah. So I would think if we got to 13 points, that would put us in top 4 again.
Yeah.
Because now the major's been announced that it's in Mexico. Mm-hmm. I really want them to get these guys to go to a major because I love we've not been to a major online.
We haven't.
Offline yet, have we?
No, we have not. Well, we did go to that one LAN.
That was DreamHack.
Yeah.
That was a qual.
So predictions. Do we want to do predictions for week 3?
Sure.
Might as well. All right, I'm gonna write these down too, just so we have them. So we're gonna put D and L. All right. Okay, this is on play day 5.
So you're guessing first this time, or me?
You are.
Okay, because I'm in the lead.
Yep. Beast Coast XSET. This could be a fiesta.
Beast Coast XSET.
This is easy pick, I think. I'm already writing down mine. I already know what it's gonna be.
XSET 7-3.
I'm saying 7-4, but yeah, XSET's gonna win. I mean, that could be a surprise though. Okay,
just to elaborate on that, I think that Exa have talent. Like they look like they've got some good talent. That Razor looks like he could be a good player, but they're all over the place. Beast Coast just kind of look like they're structured, but they just like losing their gunfights.
Yeah.
And I'd rather back a team that's kind of wild and winning and wins gunfights than a team that doesn't look so wild, like doesn't look so unstructured, but can't win gunfights.
Yeah. SSG versus Oxygen.
I'm gonna give it SSG 7-4.
7-4. Yeah, SSG 7-4. I'm copying you.
Wow. Okay.
Leeching Larry. DZ versus Soniqs. This is the match that out of all of them that we play in, this is the one that I'm most looking forward to. Oh! This is a make or break moment for us. Do we finally beat Dark Zero?
No.
Or you don't think so? No. Or do we lose to them yet again and will be continuing to be tormented by them on social media because we have never beat them in anything ever? So
just for something like off the record, I knew that obviously it's been announced now that the Kooky Koalas were being signed by Dark Zero way before it was announced. And then we've slapped the brakes off this team many times in Valorant.
Yep.
As soon as they signed for Dark Zero, we play them in the final of the Knights Cup and they beat us.
Yeah.
And then I've got to deal with like Zach's face. Like, look, I'm just like.
So who do you go with?
You
have to pick Soniqs.
Of course I'm going to pick the Soniqs. I'm not going to pick Dark Zero, am I?
True, you hate Dark Zero.
I think, right? Soniqs.
Okay.
Soniqs.
What's the score?
7-3.
7-3. Shit. Okay.
I'm gonna have these guys. I'm gonna be there like Zach in his video, pointing at a whiteboard, telling people that they're boosting people. I'm gonna be like, no, I'm just gonna put find them if they lose. I don't know. Kick them out. All right.
Well, I went the opposite direction. Dark Zero wins in overtime 8-7.
You are.
I'm not. Listen, when you do predictions, you have to separate yourself.
You said I have to pick.
Oh yeah, I had to bait you into that because this is where I pick up my points.
We don't lose,
and I win predictions.
No, we don't lose.
I win predictions for the entire stage off of this.
I'm going to show Super this clip, and he will not lose just because of you.
Yeah, he will roast me for this. Super, how you doing?
No, we will. This will be the time. Soniqs know what's on the line. They want, even though the pressure's not on from me to make SI, they want SI, and they know this is a game that you have to win.
I want Soniqs to win.
I know you do.
But in the land of predictions, you have to be objective.
Okay.
TSM versus Mirage.
TSM 7-2.
I'm saying 7-1. You're saying 7-2.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for play day 5, and then. We got, that's it.
That's
July
it.
7th.
Down to one a week now.
Down to one a week.
What's your standout game that week apart from us? I think us
and Dark. That's the game of the day.
Because that's a top 4 battle right there.
Yep. Another good one will be
Exit.
You think? Yeah. You think that'll be better than the SSG Oxygen game?
Yeah.
I think it probably will be.
I think SSG will
it'll probably be closer. Yeah.
I just want to see almost part of me was going to pick Beast Coast. Honestly, it was.
Well, I think that could be a surprise game too. I think Beast Coast could win in that game.
Exit have not won a map this year.
They have not.
No.
No, they have. They beat Dark Zero.
Oh, apart from that one.
Yeah.
They've won one map this year.
Okay. Let's make it 2, baby. Let's go, Exit. Rep the set, baby.
Thomas.
Rep the set. That's it for Rainbow Six.
What do you think about the major?
Major? I thought it was going to be in Vegas, but
I would there too. Actually. So I'm excited though. We're going to Mexico.
We're going to Mexico on vacation next week, and we'll go back, I guess, in August. So
I don't know if staff will be allowed to go.
True.
If we do make it, I would love to make it though. I think the team can make it. I think the door is open. They've just, like I said, if we can beat OXG. DZ, DG. I mean, we don't like losing to DG. I don't think we're kind of.
I think we beat DG. I think we beat DG.
I don't think DG.
DG doesn't look as good. I don't think.
It is weird because I don't know.
They took Dark. The only notable thing that they've done is they've taken Dark Zero to overtime.
But I think they should have won that game, shouldn't they?
And they kind of threw that game. They threw that game too. So. So yeah, I don't think Disrupt looks quite as sharp as they did stage 1. Or I'm not sure if it's the fact that they don't look as sharp or if other teams are better than where they were in stage 1.
Do you think teams are better than stage 1 than stage 2?
I think so. I think SSG's is obviously better.
Obviously SSG TSM are better.
TSM is better. Oxygen doesn't look as good. Mirage is still kind of up in the air with them, I feel like. So
it's weird. North America is weird right now. It really is weird because it's almost like the English Premier League where you like, apart from like you got
nobody watches.
Man City,
nobody's going to understand this.
TSM and they just dominate everybody, and then it's like anyone can beat anybody. Well, maybe not.
Nobody knows soccer.
Yeah, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm just hoping that we can get to top 4. I would love that because I'd love to go to a major, and I know the team would love to go to a major too.
So is it confirmed that top 4 is what solidifies our spot? Mm-hmm. So top 5, we don't make it. Okay.
No.
Easy.
So exciting though. I think I've enjoyed the games. Like I said, looking good.
Yeah. Moving on. The new
skins that come out look good too. My favorite is the Team
What's
Secret.
Your favorite? Team Secret. Looks very similar to Black Ice in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Huh.
No, my favorite is actually Black Dragons. Black Dragon skin looks sick.
Which one?
Just Google
is that the Knights?
Just Google it. The Knights one looks good too, to be
Black
fair.
Dragon.
As much as I don't like to tip my hat to the Knights, but I did see that skin months and months and months ago, and I said it looked great. So
I don't even what team is this?
Black Dragons. It's like an Asian team.
Oh, okay.
And they've got like a really cool like palette color.
Yes, that's nice.
With a dragon on it. It looks awesome.
It's got like some graffiti on there.
Yeah.
Graffiti is actually a cool idea for a skin design.
Yeah,
somebody's gonna steal it. I have good skins ideas.
Dude, you've been pushing that graffiti stuff for some time now.
But no, we have a brick aesthetic. What goes with brick is obviously graffiti. A big graffiti.
There's no way you walk in front of the camera. There's absolutely no way you just you do not see us talking to each other across a microphone, and you think that that just walking right in front of the camera is the way to go. It's our new Valorant coach, by the way. Obviously, he's been smoking something in his office because the camera's
That's
right there.
Everybody gets one mistake.
Everyone gets one.
Everyone can do it once. How do we look, by the way? Do we look good?
Yeah, it looks good.
All right.
Yeah, excellent. At least we look good.
Hey. No, I do like this skin.
I do. That's my favorite one.
This skin. That's your favorite one?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen all of them. I just saw a couple on social media, so I don't know what they all are. But
Disrupt Gaming one.
Disrupt looks pretty good.
They got hit with the same thing we did there. Where you release a gun skin and you're like all excited for it, and then like a couple of weeks before the gun gets nerfed.
Oh yeah.
And then like Ash's pick rate dropped like 60%.
I did see that.
That happened to us, bro.
Yeah, that's so true.
I remember
that feels bad.
I was like, is there any way we can know which guns are getting nerfed before we pick up gun skin, please?
Yeah.
But yeah, I like them. I like the dogs you're on. It's cool, and we know Deadbird makes
he always
excellent stuff. That's why I hired him in the first place. To do our.
That's true. You were the original Deadbird supporter. People don't know that.
The key word being the first place.
Another reason why Dark Zero lives rent free in your head.
I'm not even telling them. I'm not even going there. Nope.
You're not gonna go there.
I'm not gonna say. Right, all I'm gonna say is, if my skin was the only skin that looked like that, everyone would be going, "Oh my God, Soniqs are the trendsetters." But alas.
Speaking of Dark Zero, they're now into Valorant, so we have more. You have more to get mad about with Dark Zero and more to complain about.
No, I mean, I will find the.
I'm glad that they entered Valorant.
Of course I am.
And I'm glad that they picked up a team that will be playing often. I
don't know if they will.
You don't think so?
I don't know, because our team is now starting to reel back the tier 2 tournaments.
That is true. We are.
I think we've got what we need out of it.
Well, obviously because we qualified for the NSG summer tournament. So at that point, you don't really need to keep playing those weekly unless you want to pick up the $2,000 prize pool.
It's great when you're putting a new roster together or doing a new region to like get those games in. And but I mean, it comes with its ups and downs. We go into a tier 2 tournament, we expect to win it, right?
Right.
That's it. We just expect to win it. That's if we don't win it, we get you can get annoyed about it because we should in our minds we shouldn't be losing. We want to be a high tier 2. You don't want so. And plus, you don't want other teams going in with like tons of strats on you. You just don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, we might start to weed that down a little bit. But yeah, no. As I said in the previous podcast, super happy Dark Zero Esports Finally.
The meme is dead.
The meme is dead.
Before I could even use it on social media.
I said that I'm looking forward to what's going to happen when they pick up a new team, and like a team that's in like the low 20, like outside of the top 20, and see if they put their infrastructure behind it, if that team can improve and climb. Yeah. I did watch I know we watched it, part of the announcement video. I think they're getting a little bit ahead of themselves, talking about land victories and stuff. Zach, I don't know if Zach had been sipping that day, but
well, right now the only land is Berlin and then LA.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest. Are you what you kind of?
You have a lot of ground to make up. In 3 months. So.
You're telling me that I don't know, but watching that, is your idea that you're going into VCT to win it?
Right.
Because there's no way.
Yeah. Well.
No, I will tell you right now.
Well,
there's no way.
Is there?
There's no way. They've just picked up a brand new person.
No, you can't expect them to win. That's like when we entered VCT 1 or VCT 2, expecting us to win VCT 2 when they just got here a week ago.
I don't even expect us to win VCT 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's a building process.
Right.
We're learning. I want us to do well.
Yeah, I would like.
We've got more chance of winning it than Dark Zero.
I'd like to see us go deeper in VCT 3, but I'm not going to sit here and say that we're going to beat the Sentinels 2-0 or whatever.
Like we do every night in scrims. We don't.
I was going to say, hang on.
I was just doing that.
Are we hearing the same
That's
thing?
the clickbait.
Yeah, true. Soniqs beating Sentinels in scrims and Tiny Text 100. Just kidding. No.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for VCT 3. That starts next week. The week this comes out. July 1st. Yep. I'm excited because finally, like, we get to see more of our team play these higher teams outside of these third-party tournaments and scrims. So seeing more of that. Hopefully, we'll get some broadcast games.
We're looking hot. I think we've
the coach is in-house, as you almost saw a moment ago. So
yeah, we've also
teams
got
making moves.
The
stomps.
I don't
going
think
up.
got the new operator come out, but I don't think that's going to be in VCT.
It will be. It won't be in. So there's
week.
Not for the first week, but for the second week. I forget what they call it, but for the second half of VCT 3, it will be in.
I'm just happy for the Astronaut. So I know a lot of the pros hate Astra.
Yeah, everybody's been complaining about Astra, so hopefully that'll be mix things up a little bit. I'm excited to see more Breeze because I haven't seen the week that we played NSG.
I don't want to see more Breeze.
In the nights, I was like on vacation, so I didn't have a chance to watch much of our games.
Apparently, it's a very attacker-sided map.
Is it? Huh.
Incredibly attacker.
Well, yeah, I guess I could see that.
No, like incredibly attacker-sided.
Well, it's just another split then, I guess.
Winning like 10 rounds.
Is it really?
Like a must.
Okay, well, I guess another very heavily sided map. Well, I feel like I don't know. When I think of Rainbow Six Siege and I think of Valorant, a lot of those maps are one-sided. On Siege, a lot of those maps are defender-sided. And on Valorant, it's a lot of like attacker-sided or defender-sided. It kind of varies. Like Split, I think it's gotten better. But
I have no idea. I play bronze ranked, bro. It doesn't matter.
True. And you don't even know what when I say Split and Breeze and
I know which
Haven,
one Breeze is. Haven's one 3 sites.
Which one?
Split is the one with the teleporters, right?
True.
You don't even know. You call me out. You don't even know.
No. Wrong. That's Bind.
Okay.
Split is the one. Bind has the teleporters. Now I'm second guessing myself.
See, you try to call me out there.
No, I was right. Yes, Split is the one with the ropes.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I hate that map. That map sucks. Attacking
Split,
B.
That's
attacking B on that site sucks. They go run. Everyone comes running through that garage, the garage, and
Split is very. And it was worse in beta and in like.
I think that's my least favorite map.
Yeah.
I hate
Ascent. Ascent. People love Ascent because it's the most like typical FPS. You don't even know what Ascent is.
Did we play that one last night? Is that the one with no?
Ascent is your very typical FPS.
I know
map.
what it looks like.
It has a traditional mid, 2 sites. It has those gates. It was the first map with the dropping gates.
Dropping. Oh, I know that one. Yeah, that one's fine. I like that one.
I don't like that one. I feel like it's too truncated of a map.
That's a nice word.
Yeah, you like that?
Truncated.
Yeah, it's a good word. But I'm just a lowly silver hardstuck player, so I don't really have.
Hey,
much
you've been
of an
popping
opinion.
off.
I've been popping off, but
I've
I'm
been
going
buying.
nowhere.
I have gone
I think so far this season, I'm 7 for 8.
Okay, that's unfortunate. I don't know what I am, but
that's pretty good. I've only lost one
thing
map.
I'm happy with is my aim is getting better.
That's good. You gotta start somewhere.
My aim is getting better.
Well, I was high gold ever so long ago, so I'm just trying to get back to that day and age. But I just
enjoy playing.
It's
I love the
a
noise
fun
it
game.
makes when you vandal headshot somebody.
It is very
Ba-dum.
satisfying.
Well, boom.
Depends on the skin that you have too.
Yeah. That they are expensive. It's cost me.
They're very expensive.
It's cost me a bit of money.
I had to save up for months. I didn't buy a skin for like the first 3 months because I was like, I'm not gonna buy a skin now and wait, and there's gonna be some really cool skin that comes out a week later. I'm just gonna be like, why did I buy?
It's business expensive.
So true. I just put it on the Soniqs business card. Yeah.
So you can take pictures of it for social media.
Yeah, exactly. Why have I not been doing that? I could have been doing that all this time. I need this for like a model for graphics.
I had the glitch pop axe in my store last night. It's like 4,100, like $40. I'm like,
you got to go with the Valorant Go knife. That one's like $30, and it has a nicer animation, I think.
I like the normal. I actually like the knife that's in the battle pass.
The battle pass knife this time is very nice.
So I might just use that one.
You just got to grind it out though.
I will.
So, I'm pumped for VCT3. I don't think any of us know. Maybe by the time this video comes out, we might know the bracket. Right now, we have no idea. That round of 128, anything can happen. That's spooky.
Well, I feel like
round of 128 is spooky.
Why I feel a little bit more confident is we have done the legwork against the lower ranked teams.
Right, that is true.
I think like I said, the better teams don't in games like Valorant. It's not as prevalent that I think a lower ranked team can upset because
I don't know. TSM has lost in the round of 128s.
Well, I mean, it can. I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
Is it round 128? Is that the right number? Whatever that big, it's over 100.
You're the head of content.
Is it 164?
You're the head of content.
I forget. It's one of those.
But anyway, I'm hoping for a good run. If we get, I would just love to see us. I want to see us play. Because we had that really exciting bringing them here, and then they played Sentinels like literally the day, like the week after. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great. I think we're going to be a much higher seed this time.
True. Plus, Sentinels in version 1 get a bye. Like in the opening round, so we don't have to worry about getting placed with them immediately. Okay. Like what has happened in the past.
But like I said, I think we've hit a good streak. The last tournament we played, the Nerd Street one we won. We used to struggle a little bit against Renegades, and now we just blew them out of the water. I know they made a roster change, but we just blew them out of the water. So. And
then Dark Zero came in and beat us.
No, that was Knights.
Who cares? Rent free. That's it. In Rocket League, we're just patiently waiting.
So NRG won, beat SSG in the finals.
Yep.
That was cool. It was a shame we couldn't have a Worlds, but obviously.
Yeah. That is what it is.
But again, as I say every podcast, I'm excited. I don't know when RL CS11 is, but we've got huge plans for Rocket League, so we can't really go into it because there's not much we can go in.
Nothing's happening right now.
But it's going to be awesome. That's all we need to know.
More news coming soon on everything.
Rocket League's just. Like I said, doesn't surprise me that the general NRG won. They're a great team. SSG are a great team. Honestly, I think I can talk about this now. Have I got time? I'm letting you keep looking.
You got 3 minutes.
Okay. I was offered. Well, Shimsy just made the weirdest noise upstairs.
All right, I'm curious now. What were you offered?
Did I not tell you this?
No, I don't think so.
It's got to go down as regrets of I could have bought Rettles.
Actually, I think I remember you saying at one time, okay,
I could have bought Rettles from Pittsburgh Knights, and I didn't.
And here we are.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not happy with it. I'm super happy with the team, but that kid's, he's very talented.
For sure.
I probably should have took a punt on that. I think the whole Peeps roster was good.
The Peeps roster was very good.
And I'm really happy that I told a lot of teams to pick it up. I'm really happy they got picked up by FaZe. Like I said, I think Shock, T. Corral and Roll are doing great. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited. But I would say I don't think I had that roster back then. I think that's when we were in our roster transition. We ended up picking up T. Yeah. That wasn't even when we picked that. I'm not sure when this was, but I had the option. I had the opportunity to put a bid in. I don't think it was even that expensive.
You win some and you lose some.
Yeah.
And with that, I think we close it out here. We got.
By the way, can I say how fresh you look today?
Thank you. I'm wearing a brand new Soniqs tee.
They are available on the store.
You know what? You want to know what else is available in the store? If you go to raven.gg/Soniqs, you can get a limited edition PGIS Championship hoodie. We got 2 designs.
They're both great.
So there's an option for everyone.
Wow. It's only 2.
Everyone.
Okay.
Because both of these designs, you'll want both. You know, just buy them both. Just buy them both. They were in the office. They're upstairs. I should have brought one down here. They're very comfortable.
They are good.
They're very comfortable, very, very cozy.
It seems to me they fit a bit big, I think.
I would say that, yeah.
Large is big.
If you're like if you're in between a medium and a large, get a medium. Yeah. I will say that.
Yeah.
They run probably a half a size big.
And if you're a small medium, get a small.
Yeah, that's a good tip. So yeah, pick it up. Raven.gg/Soniqs. You got 2 weeks to do it. At this point, like a week and a half. So get out there, buy some merch to.
I've got Luke wants his pay rise.
So yeah, I'm trying to shell our nice hoodies. So.
They are nice. So yeah, great. Bit of a short one.
Yeah. Subscribe. What do you mean? We're hitting an hour.
Okay, well, bit of a short one. I thought this one was going to run longer. But yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe, as Luke was about to say.
Yeah. And
we'll be back.
Leave a comment.
We're probably not going to record now until after Mexico.
Yeah,
so stay
into 2 weeks probably.
We'll do some content whilst we're in Mexico.
That's going to be a disaster, but yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Tune in. If you subscribe to the Soniqs channel, you won't miss it.
You'll see a live. You may see a live stream on Tiggleton or Shrimsy's thing of us out in Mexico. It'll be fun. Right.
All right. We'll catch you later. Leave a comment. We'll read it on stream or on video next week.
Tell me why I'm better at Luke. Why I should be GM of the year.
There you go. Give us your pitch for why Darren should be GM.
Even though it's not a category.